beautiful people. So in this video, we'll do something different. We'll do meditation on raising your vibration with this amazing crystal called fluorite, but this specific one has a snow quartz accent, and that's the Y part that you see right here. And the reason why this is amazing is because fluorite with a snow quartz accent is known to bring mental clarity, make things clear, balance the yin and yang, and neutralize things. And this is an amazing thing to do during meditation. This is what exactly you need during meditation in order to move to the next step. But first, I wanted to explain to you a few things. I got inspired by this book called Power versus Force, where it talks about feelings and how each feeling has a certain vibration. And we'll start with the low vibration part. We'll go to the shame. And shame has a 20% vibration. I'll move to this side so you guys can see better. So shame, and then is guilt, apathy, grief, fear, desire at 125. And then we move to anger, pride, courage, neutrality, which is exactly why this is a perfect crystal to meditate for this practice. And the reason why neutrality is so important at 250, because it's the fine line between all the low vibration feelings and the high vibration feelings. And then we move to willingness, acceptance, reason, love, joy, peace. And on top of the chart, it's enlightenment at 700 to 1,000. Now, when we go through situations, when we go through traumas, when we go through our everyday life, we sometimes get caught up on these low vibration emotions. And what we do, because sometimes we don't know how to change that vibration, we tend to repeat it and repeat it and repeat it. So we see the same result over and over again, repeating those emotions and repeating those negative vibration emotions. Now, when you meditate, the amazing part about meditation, and that's why it's so beneficial to so many, it can bring the neutrality part into reality. So what happens when you meditate, there's the observing factor versus the controlling factor. So a lot of people, when they start meditate, the reason why they can meditate is because they're trying to control the outcome. All these low vibration emotions come in and they try to control them and they try to change them and form them and react to them. Versus when you start meditating and you learn how to meditate correctly, you surrender, you let it be, and you just observe these emotions without getting attached to the negative and low vibration of these emotions. When it comes to these emotions, there's something that I would call a perspective of story. So when these emotions come in place, we have an attachment to a certain story, to certain memories, to how things happen. And because we have that attachment, we carry those low vibration emotions within us. So we carry that guilt, we carry that fear, that anger, that shame. People who carry shame, guilt, all those low vibration emotions are people who also carry depression. People who go through depression have a lot of that going on within them. So when you learn to meditate, what you do learn is neutrality. And how do you accomplish that is by just observing without getting attached to these stories, to these emotions, and just letting them be. It is the power of accepting, the willingness of surrendering to certain situations and moving on. Sometimes I talk to people and I hear a lot of the same repetitive stories of negativity, of negative emotions. I am 100% believer, or you have to feel your emotions. Otherwise, you will never learn to let them go. You have to feel them. You have to be with them. But you also have to learn to move on from this certain negativity and certain emotion. Otherwise, you will never be able to manifest the life that you want to attract. As long as you are operating on the low vibration part of these emotions, you will never feel the enlightenment and the peace and the joy if you don't know how to raise your vibration. So yes, allow yourself to feel your emotions, but also know that there's a line and a certain time where you need to let go, forgive, and move on. And in order to do that, it's very important we learn how to forgive. And it can be a very hard thing. It can be a very challenging thing. But I promise you, it will bring you growth. And it will, once you let that go and you forgive, you will feel a new person. You will feel like a weight has been lifted off your shoulders. And a great way to do that is you focus on gratitude and where you want to be. And in today's meditation, this is exactly what we're gonna do. So it's also very important to remember when dealing with emotions, there's the brain and there's the heart. And just know the electromagnetic energy of your heart is way stronger from the one that your brain carries. That's why focusing on gratitude and growth and your true self, that's where meditation comes in. And it's so important because when you meditate, you see your true self and you see what's true, what's not. You let go of your ego. So when you focus on gratitude and your heart and your intuition, that's a great way to raise your vibration. So in this meditation, we're using the fluoride crystal with snow quartz accent, and you can find this at crystalswithin.com on our store. And I want you to preferably, before you start this practice, write down things that you want to change. What is it you want to change in your life? What is it you want to improve? For example, if you're a person who is very anxious, maybe that's one thing you want to change. If you're a person who is very controlling, that's maybe one of the things you want to change, or something that relates to you. So once you find the thing that you want to change, I want you to see yourself, write down actions that you can take and affirmations you can tell yourself that will help you move on to releasing that part of you that has to do with the low vibration part. So once you write that down, I want you to see yourself becoming that. See yourself, how does it feel to not be anxious? How do you act? How do you talk? How do you walk? How do you see yourself not being anxious? What do you do on the everyday basis when you're not anxious? And last but not least, gratitude. So we need to write these things on your journal before you start meditating, because it can make your practice easier for guidance. So once you're ready, I want you to close your eyes, and it's very important you have this crystal with you. Close your eyes. Again, focus on your breath, and the reason you focus on your breath is because it allows you to relax your body. Something magical happens when you relax your body. It allows you to raise your vibration and get closer to that neutrality, which is at 250 vibration level. So close your eyes, you focus on your breath, and when you breathe, I want you to breathe through your belly. Breathing through your belly, it's an amazing way to connect to your body and relax yourself. A lot of people breathe through their chest, and it's hard for people to relax when they're breathing through their chest. So breathe through your belly, meaning if you don't know how to do it, touch your diaphragm and feel your diaphragm expanding, and then you let it go. When people breathe through their chest goes up. It goes like, I can't even do it because I haven't done it so long. Your chest expands instead of your diaphragm. So make sure your diaphragm expands in this case instead of your chest. So take deep belly breaths, as many as you need in order for you to relax. And then you will focus on scanning your body again like we usually do. You start from the top and you move to the bottom, observing each and every part of your body. You observe the head, You can even observe the eyebrows. You can observe the eyes, everything. And the nose, how does it feel to breathe? How does it feel to swallow? Does your mouth have any taste? Does it feel any tension somewhere? Let that go. So move down to the body, and if you want to know a more guided part on how to do this, check one of my videos on the one-on-one meditation I posted previously. So when you're in the meditative state, your eyes are closed, I want you to place your energy on this crystal. And I want you to know whatever happens from now on, it will be programmed within this crystal. Crystals are known to carry a very high vibration within them. That's why they're known as a great tool for healing, for energy. That's why a lot of people love them, because they bring such a good energy into your room, into your space, and for yourself. But it's an amazing tool to use during meditation, because it can enhance that experience of raising your vibration by simply programming it. So you close your eyes, and I want you to focus on the problem. I want you to focus on what you want to change. Remember, anything that comes up, just observe it and don't get attached to it. Just observe that thing that you want to change. If it is control, see yourself being the controlling. If it is anxiety, see yourself being that anxious person, but allow it to just be without trying to react to it, without you trying to change it. Just observe it and see yourself actually being in that position with that certain personality trait or certain vibration, let's say, because personality traits can change at any time. So once you observe yourself, I want you to remember what you wrote in your journal, and I want you to see yourself. Let's say you're anxious. I see yourself being anxious, and then I want you to suddenly focus your energy on your crystal, and try to feel the energy of the crystal coming within you. Try to see it coming within when you take a breath. Coming from the point. That's why point in crystals are so important. See from the point coming within you through your breath, and feeling your whole body with its energy, which is mental clarity, which is balancing the yin and yang, which is neutralization, so you can get to that part of neutrality. So you feel it, and feel like every cell of your body, every breath you take, every organ feels with this energy of neutralization and making things clear to you. So allow yourself, take this time, and I want you to see it as the color of fluorite coming in your body and feeling it, starting from the bottom of your feet, going to the top of your head. So feel your whole body with that energy of this crystal. So once you're ready, you're now carrying that energy of fluorite and snow quartz crystal. So once you're ready, I want you to see yourself surrounded by this giant light of protection, moving on to the next step, moving on to the part where you see yourself becoming what you want to be. You see yourself taking a step forward to make a change. So once you take a step forward, see yourself becoming that. How does the future look like when anxiety no longer exists? How does it feel to be free of any stress or anxiety? How do you act? How do you talk? How do you walk? See yourself from the outside and observe yourself and see how does it look to be this other person that came out of this obstacle and you did this change. See it as actually being real. Feel it as it actually is happening to you right now. The importance of meditation is feeling, so allow yourself to feel that experience of change. And last but not least, be proud. Be proud that you made this change. Be proud that you are now at this next part of